experiencing some technical difficulties. We're back. I don't know when we dropped off, or maybe if we weren't streaming in the first place, but we'll just start it at the top anyways, because, you know, we like a good intro around here. My name is Summer Punch. I'll be your host today for GeekBeast. And with me, we have Chuck.
What's up, everyone? It's been a while.
Back 2 weeks on sabbatical, traveling the world and galaxies far, far away, but he won't tell us where.
No.
And Sintel.
Yo, what's cracking, baby? I'm just happy that everybody is back together, the Three Musketeers, all for one and one for all, and all that good stuff. Just let me just sit back and let you take us to Warp Speed, Summer. Go ahead.
Ooh, it does feel kind of nice. This feels very nostalgic. I don't even remember when the last time where the three of us were all on air at the same time.
It's been a while.
I missed our vibe together, which we have on. It's very distinct.
We do too. We do have a great vibe.
We have a good energy flow. We got a good chemistry.
We do. Oh,
missed it. All right, let's jump back into it then.
Okay.
All right, let's start at the top with some news. Exclusive GTA Online tracks from Dr. Dre are now on Spotify and Apple Music, said The Verge. So 6 Dr. Dre tracks that made their first appearance in GTA Online's The Contract update from last year are now available on music streaming platforms like Apple Music and Spotify, said Rockstar Games today. So as well as Dre himself, the tracks include appearances from guest artists like Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Anderson .Paak, Busta Rhymes, Nipsey Hussle, and Ty Dolla $ign. So, have you guys heard this music? It's available to stream right now.
Yes, I've heard it. I got it on a playlist. I banged it out. Let me tell y'all something. Dr. Dre just hits different. I mean, his production, he doesn't have to even make the beat. He can go in there and just fiddle around with the dials, master the music. It just hits different every time. It's like, man, this sounds classical. Legend. And the tracks are banging. They're classic Dre tracks. And I'm thinking they're too good for a 10-year-old video game.
Yeah, there's a lot to that. This is not the Detox album first. You know, we're going to try and pretend like we're going to forget about the Detox album.
You still want the Detox album?
Yo, I mean, you know, it's just...
You still want that album?
Whatever. I have no expectations regarding Detox. But to me, I do think this is a brilliant piece of marketing. You let it sit on a platform that is still doing quite well since 2013. It survived 3 different renditions on 3 different PlayStations and all of that, and it's still making that platform relevant, which is a win for the platform. It's a win for Dr. Dre as well and Snoop Dogg, because in 1 week from now, they are going to be hosting the Super Bowl. And I wouldn't be surprised if
who is hosting the Super Bowl? Sorry, this is geek shit, not sports. So forgive me for not knowing, but who's
the halftime show?
Well, the halftime show is Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige. I'm missing one person.
Kendrick Lamar.
Get the fuck out. All right.
Yeah.
And maybe Anderson .Paak may show up. I heard I was about to say cast from LA. Like all LA's finest rappers are going to be on that stage. That's the rumor.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a West Side kind of thing. If you've never played this version of Grand Theft Auto, it takes place in Los Angeles. The Super Bowl is being hosted in Los Angeles. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg is going to be in Los Angeles. They just got done releasing this album that's based off of that on Spotify a week before the Super Bowl. This is just marketing at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
So LA Rams are in the Super Bowl.
And the LA Rams are in the Super Bowl. So it is as West Coast as it gets.
It's never going to be like this again. This is once in a lifetime.
I love it. West Coast, best coast, reflecting some LA pride. I love this.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. I just want to know what songs they're gonna play, because I'm going through the catalog and I'm like, Eminem got a couple of songs he could probably do in the Super Bowl. Dre, not so much. I just want to hear Explosive. That's what I want to hear. They play it at weddings. I just want to hear it on the Super Bowl. But the albums, the 6 tracks are really good. I wish it was a Dre album, actually. You know, they released them all one by one. Then you had 2 Dope Boys, which is a website, a geekish hip hop site, and they put them all together in one playlist in the correct order. So yeah, you can listen to them.
You guys just sold me on the Super Bowl. I can't even believe. I mean, I'm not surprised that I didn't know that was happening in the Super Bowl, because I don't care about sports at all. But goddamn if I'm not gonna watch now.
Yeah,
that's a good lineup. That's a good lineup.
It is a good lineup. I just want to know what I was going to say.
It's a bunch.
Apparently, Kendrick
Lamar's of bangers.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar was supposed to introduce new track.
Ooh,
yeah, he's got a new single that's coming out next week, right? Next week,
right after the Super Bowl.
Right after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna.
Kendrick hasn't dropped any new music in 4 years, 5 years,
4 or 5 years.
Isn't that one track like smoking on what's called Tonight?
That's not him. That's his cousin. That's King.
Oh yeah. You're right. But that's his track though, right? That's his his
cousin
on
featured. He's featured on it, but he hasn't had a Kendrick. That's not Kendrick Lamar track. So I'm interested in what that's going to sound like because he's in a whole different headspace too. So
and it'd be a great springboard too, right? To drop your new album on one of the largest platforms in the world halftime at the Super Bowl. You know, it rivals. Shoot, I think I've said it a million times before. I think the only thing that rivals the Super Bowl is like what it was like cricket in India is like the only thing that rivals it. So
it doesn't seem like a bad time to drop something new, you know?
Yeah.
It seems like there might be a potential for a lot of new people to watch. Not a bad opportunity.
Like Summer's like, I'll watch Super Bowl this year, this halftime show.
Yeah, you got me.
Might as well.
You got me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, while we're on the topic of GTA, Grand Theft Auto 6 is in active development. Rockstar has confirmed today. So, I mean, are you surprised? Are you not surprised? Like it's been over 10 years, maybe even 11 now, since the last Grand Theft Auto edition has been released. GTA Online has been released since, and it's basically an extension of the last game. And it's just an absolute like printing money machine. So I see absolutely no, I know still 11 or something years after, and they're still just like printing money from the last GTA. So frankly, the business side, there probably aren't that many incentives to actually release a new one, which might explain the long delay, but they've finally acknowledged their fans, like just even acknowledged them and said, yeah, we're working on it, but it's now announced, no information, no news yet, but you know, they told us we're working on it. Just we'll let you know.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
See, Grand Theft Auto, that franchise is like that friend that you always have to wait for. You'd be like, yo, come to the crib at like 5 o'clock. They'd be like, yo, I'm coming. And they just keep delaying and keep delaying and keep delaying, and they can never be on time. That's Grand Theft Auto. They're that horrible friend. They can never they can never be on time.
But I will say, when they show up, it's lit. It's like,
it is lit. Yo, the party's off the chain. That show bottles popping. You'll be like, what took you so long? I've only been waiting here 9 years.
See, I don't blame them though, right? Like let's talk about what Grand Theft Auto really is, right? Everybody said Fortnite's the beginning of the metaverse because they have a couple of rinky-dinky DJs go in and play some music, and some music artists do small 15-minute concerts. Okay. Grand Theft Auto's been doing it for 10.
Just this little small concert by Drake, right?
Yeah, just by Ariana Grande and Travis Scott. You know, just a little small, just 15 minutes. But you have to understand, GTA just dropped a whole DLC package called The Contract that has Dr. Dre in it with Dr. Dre's music with concerts. It's the same game they've released 11 years. They are the metaverse. They drop new cars, they drop new weapons. They created the metaverse 11 years ago and been riding high on that hog for a while, and it's still not dropped down. They had to say, hey guys, just to let y'all know, because we know you're getting antsy, we got another game coming. And rumor is it's gonna have everything GTA 5 in it. And they may have a woman protagonist. That's the rumor. And there's another slick rumor that it may be in the nation's capital. They have not done a game in the nation's capital. I thought number 5 should have been in the nation's capital. But this is going to be very interesting.
Yes, it will.
Game may even have pandemics in it. Who knows?
It's like a computer virus just infecting all of our consoles.
So it's really interesting what's going on in the gaming industry, and that Rockstar even made the announcement. I'm surprised they even made an announcement. I'm like, man, some must leak, and I guess we have to say we're working on it.
I mean, there's a lot there to respond to. I'm gonna just gloss over the whole like Fortnite is like small change kind of shit, because it's just, I don't even have time to get into that shit. But I love that since Facebook or / Meta, whatever, the company that rules us all, our dark overlords, ever since they came out with the idea of the metaverse, everybody's racing to say, I created the metaverse too. first, right? So
Everybody's Al Gore.
I could see, yeah, right. I can see to you that, you know, GTA was basically a metaverse before Fortnite even was, or before even Facebook tried to get in on it. But I feel like, haven't we all like forgotten like pretty much every like MMO game out there, or even Second Life, where it's just like straight up a Second Life?
No, they're part of metaverse. Yeah,
Okay.
but are they on the same level as GTA? Do people brag about the garages on GTA? I have 5 friends that brag about the cars they have in their garages in GTA and not their cars in real life.
Okay. I have no cars in GTA.
And all 3 of them have and 3 of those 5 friends have Teslas. They don't talk about those at all, but they talk about their cars in GTA though.
No, silly. That's silly.
So there's something special about that game. I mean,
is there? The numbers alone prove it, right?
Yeah.
The numbers alone.
I mean, it's $1 billion game day one. Who does that?
Yeah.
Day one. All right, pre-sales.
So other things in the video game news or video game industry news today. So Warner Brother Media is being sued for releasing The Matrix Resurrections on HBO Max. So it's a little quick summary of the story. Longtime Warner Brother producer partner Village Roadshow claims that WB is trying to escape from royalty obligations by shifting audiences away from theaters and instead towards HBO Max streaming, where they can hide viewership metrics critical to calculating owed royalties. Listen, that sounds kind of shady. All right, so another video. Yeah, it's sneaky shit. All right, Warner Brothers. I don't know if I respect that or I was just like, I don't know, but it's clever. It's clever and somebody's mad about it. So another major studio is facing a lawsuit over the date releases of a highly anticipated title. Village Roadshow Films, which co-produced The Matrix Resurrections with Warner Brothers, is suing Warner Brothers Media for releasing the film on HBO Max the same day it debuted in theaters. So first question, before I even get your opinions on this, did you guys see the new Matrix movie, Resurrections?
Yes.
Yeah. What you guys think about it? That's the more interesting question. We'll get to the business later. Tell me what you thought about the movie.
Bunch of bad ideas that made a bad movie. They had some good parts in the film. The film had some good parts, but overall the film was trying to be meta for the sake of being meta and try to poke fun at itself. And you forgot you gave me 3 films and 2 of those films were turds. Say lightly, 2 of those films were money grabs. You had one good movie, and for you to make a meta film about one third of a good film is angry to me. It's like, really?
There was I watched it too, and there's a lot of flaws with it aside from just like good overall. I remember watching it, and I watched it with my boyfriend. He was like, I just watched the previous 3 Matrix to see it just so I could watch this new one. And I was like, I don't really think that's that's not necessary. Any good brand marketer or brand owner of at all would know that if you have like iterations of a franchise that are like, I don't know, 20 years apart now, it's probably not a good idea that you relied the current story heavily on the viewer knowing what happened in the last 3 installments that happened like 2 decades ago. Right. But this movie like commits that flaw in a horrible, horrible way. I walked into it thinking that like, this would be fine. I'll just catch up. They won't really like put that much like weight on me to know every single thing, every little detail to make sense of this current story. And they fucking do. There's a high burden. There's a high cost of entry in this new one to know what the fuck happened in the last 2. And the last 2 were fucking trash.
Trash.
Like, the original Matrix, glorious. The original Matrix, I rewatched it and I was like, damn, this movie fucking holds up. 2 and 3, it was absolute fucking garbage. It was a waste of everybody's time. And I think we all know that. The numbers say that. Nobody remembers it. It was stupid. Let's just forget about it. But Matrix 4 is like, no. Remember what happened? No. Well, let's talk about that. All right. And it just kind of tanked this movie. Yep. It made it hard to understand.
Instead of making it about a movie in the Matrix, we're gonna make it a video game and put you in a special pocket universe of the video game world to keep control of everybody and keep you actually opposite the woman you love who becomes part of a free video game character. It's horrible.
There's a lot of plot. There's a lot of shit that went wrong with that. And there's like his powers are really inconsistent too. Like he has the ability to like, I don't know what the fuck he has to do. He has the ability to fly, but then also like he can't stop bullets anymore, but then he can at sometimes. And I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense
It's
at
just
all.
bad.
And he's just not a very good, like part of the movie is that he's not really a very good superhero anymore, but he also doesn't even have the powers that he started in the same movie with. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Because they put him in because he plugged himself back in the Matrix to stop the world from being taken over, to reset it all. It's really bad. It's just a bad movie all the way around. And I think
Neo and Trinity still look good though. I'll give them that.
They did.
They both
They
aged really well.
They aged really well. Yep. And I think Keanu Reeves is like, push back John Wick, because I don't need to come out at the same time as this BS, because I need people to forget about this with the next John Wick film. Hopefully it's good.
God, I can't wait for the next John Wick.
Thoughts.
What are your thoughts? Get in here. You're looking really quiet in the corner.
Oh no, listen, I've been running my mouth for 2 weeks. I'm enjoying this. I feel like I'm feeling the breeze blow through my hair.
I got you.
But yeah,
it reminded me of Michael Jordan coming back to play for the Wizards. You know, it's like you remember MJ when he was at his best and that. And I'm saying this in terms of the first Matrix film and the Animatrix. Their Animatrix is amazing. So, and then, he took his hiatus, he took his break, he came back, and you see him in the Wizards jersey, and he's a little tubby. He definitely ain't jumping from the free throw line anymore. And that first step just isn't that. That's how Keanu felt to me in this. Keanu did all right. He kind of phoned it in, but Keanu's old, man. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm excited to see John Wick 2, but Keanu's not going to be the Keanu that you remembered in John Wick 1. He's sure as hell not going to be the Keanu that you remembered.
I think it was John Wick 4. I thought we were on 4 right now. The next one is 4.
We are, but he's not going to be 1, 2, or 3 John Wick.
He's not going to be
old John Wick.
But Keanu's star power is still solid.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. His star power is still good. Like Jordan on the Wizards, his star power is good. He'll still pack seats. But that come fly with me, that whole them days is
hey, don't talk about Keanu, because all he has to do is double tap, and that's the fadeaway jump. That's his fadeaway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. He'll hit you with the Ying Ting, and he hit you with the fade. Look. This how tired Keanu was in the last Matrix 4. In the first Matrix, he's like getting in, like, I'm gonna hit you with this. And that in this Matrix, 75% of the time when something crazy comes to Keanu, all he does is this. Stop. That's it.
He's good at it.
But back to the article.
He don't have no more energy for anything else.
But back to the article. Village Roadshow has the right to sue Warner Brothers for all their money if they take the royalties away. This is some record label stuff. This is what the record labels do. Like,
shady shit.
Yeah, you made a lot of movie money in the theaters, but you can't get that back because we didn't recoup all the money that we were supposed to make on streaming. Show me your streaming numbers. We can't necessarily show you the streaming numbers, but let you know it's not enough to get you your money that you think you made on this movie. The movie made $1 billion at box office.
That just seems like stupid business on the studio's part, because like, why wouldn't they put in a clause in their contract to make sure that like they have to be accountable, right, for the viewers that they acquire on HBO Next?
Everybody went into these contracts before the streaming service became a thing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's gangster.
That's the point.
And you know me, I love it.
And they're not renewing the contract.
They're not really renew my contract. Wrong.
Oh, no.
It's a whole new platform. New platform, new reels, new rules. It's like people that were like, okay, you remember when there was a transition, a quick bit of film cinema history real quick. So when cinema first hit and there was no sound, they had all these amazing artists that were like dancing and doing these cool little stunts and stuff like that. All right. And then technology changed and the talkies came, right? But what they found out is that the majority of those actors and actresses had shitty voices. They were terrible. They couldn't carry anything. They couldn't adjust to the new format. Just same thing with radio hosts being the thing. They sounded good on radio, but then when television came out and you had to see their face, It was a disconnect. It was a whole brand new platform. The people that did talkies were upset because they were no longer allowed to profit in the same way and advance in the same way because the platform changed, just like with radio to television as well. The platform has changed again from theaters to streaming services. The thing is that, until you write these new rules, the old rules are going to still apply. You didn't put in on this platform. So no, you're not going to get any of this. So people are mad. Scarlett Johansson is mad. It's like it's not fair, but it's the reality. That's what it is.
Like you signed a 20-year contract.
Your contract said for theatrical releases, this is not a theatrical release. It's just not. It's savage and it's horrible, but it's business.
Yep.
Which is savage and horrible and I mean, can't we make it a little bit better? Too bad these chumps on radio and TV, like they should just take a cue from us. We look good and sound good at the same time.
Yeah, they should.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All right, guys, listen. Yeah, with the look. I love that. Your Japanese influence is coming through, Chuck. So kawaii. I love it. All right, guys, let's move on to one last news story of the day. The Razzies has given Bruce Willis his own damn category for 2021. This article reports. So the Razzies, if you guys don't recall, the Razzies debuted in 1981 as a satirical counterpart to the Academy Awards, meant to be an honor for the best of the worst in film. So Razzies is by no measure an honor to have. In fact, it is satirical and is basically pointing out how fucking terrible you are. And our beloved Bruce Willis has gotten his not only award, but his whole damn category, which I'm just tickled by. So Bruce Willis's name will forever live in infamy when it comes to the Golden Raspberry Awards. The nominees for the 42nd Razzie Awards were recently unveiled and have given Willis his whopping 8 nomination. The actor was given his own category. Worst performance by Bruce Willis is the new category. So good for you, man. Good for you.
I didn't know Bruce Willis was in 8 movies this past year. Did anybody know that?
Let's talk. My man been eating. My man been eating. He's like the pandemic. Panorama ain't stopping the damn thing.
What did he do? He pulled a Samuel Jackson.
He's like, yo, I always eat.
Bruce Willis is in 8 different categories. When did this happen?
That is pretty wild because these are in annual award shows. That means he would have had to done 8 different things. I love it. I
wonder if he owes debt to anybody. Like, who does he owe?
He's working hard, all right?
He is working hard.
Not slowing him down. He's just not slowing him down.
Yeah, pretty Tony waiting for him in the alley.
I know
the juice is running.
So the nominees in this category include American Siege, Apex, Cosmic Sin, Deadlock, Fortress, Midnight of the Switchgrass, and Out of Death and Survive the Game. Do you recognize any of those films?
No.
Not a single one. Not a single one of these films. I feel as though I should watch them all and see what happens to my brain after I watch them all. I wonder would that inspire me to make that film I've always wanted to make.
It's some people take it like in really good humor though. A lot of like celebrities have showed up and they really accept it. They take it on the chin and laugh it off. But I like that though. You got to be a good sport about it because not everything you make is going to be Oscar worthy. So,
Halle Berry was one of those people with a good sense of humor. So one of the most memorable past winners was Halle Berry, who accepted her Razzie for Catwoman in person with her Oscar for Monsters Ball in tow. Quote by Mrs. Berry says, "Well, I went to the Razzies because I feel like we all take ourselves so seriously. If we get an award, if we get an Oscar, we somehow are made to feel like somehow better than everybody else, but really." Not now. We were just chosen that year by your peers and you were acknowledging for doing what they considered stellar work, but you're also better than the next person, blah, 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 blah. She goes on to say, probably not. You just got the piss taken out of you last year by a group of people that can. I love it. What a good sport.
Yeah. This is what I have to say to that, right? Mm-hmm. She probably deserved the Oscar for Monsters Ball because she had that stare like she really wanted to sleep with Billy Bob Thornton. And ain't nobody really want to sleep with that man but Angelina Jolie. Nobody.
Make me feel good. Just make me feel good.
She
Like,
she had
Halle,
me like,
you thirsty, Halle.
she was thirsty. She was lonely. Yeah, like I want her to be like, I want that beautiful to be that way about me. That's what we all thought as men that watched that movie. Man. I have a chance with Halle Berry.
Every dude was like, you let Billy Bob clap the cheeks? I'm mad. Why? Billy Bob, really? And you won an award for it? You deserve your rap.
Man, she deserved the award. You trying to say she didn't deserve that award? That was a well-won award. First of all, she had to act with Puff Daddy in the film, and then she had to act like she really wanted to be with Billy Bob Thornton.
All right.
Shit crazy.
Go on. Sorry, go on. Any last words on Miss Berry?
And it's called the Razzies too. And Halle Berry won.
She might get another one because I hear Moon is trash. I've heard nothing but horrible things about what is the moon. It's called Moon, right? Moon
something.
You know, the one where the moon's crashing into the planet. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And Halle Berry is Moonfall on that one as well. Moonfall. There we go.
Moonfall.
There we go. Hey, but she does look good on those Everybody Caesars commercials. She looked real good. She plays Cleopatra. She getting the walk.
When did she know?
Little Caesar commercials?
No, Everybody is Caesars. It's like a betting site for Vegas. It comes on every sports game. I thought you said
Little Caesar commercials. I was like, Halle Berry's resorted to Little Caesar commercials.
I'll take. I like Little Caesars though. Everybody says it's cardboard, but I love Little Caesars. You know, like the pizza. I don't know.
Yeah,
everybody says it's trash. It is genuinely.
It's about
trash
the crazy
pizza, but I fucking love it. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, guys, that concludes our news for today. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and shout out to all the Black creators out there for Black History Month. We're gonna start featuring them in our show every day going forward. Ran out of time today, but you can look forward to their features tomorrow and the days following. Shout out to Digital Click for all the creative that you guys provide. And GeekBeast is now on podcast form as well. So miss our live stream. I know you do. That's all right. No worries. You can listen to us by following us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Isn't that cool? You can listen to us without seeing our faces. That might be a relief to you. I don't know. We'll see. Let us know how it goes. Subscribe and leave us a review that helps people find the show. All right, guys, we will see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. See you then.